Hey, folks. Say hi, Uncle Bill.
Hi.
Terminator Salvation this weekend. We're on our way to check it out. The legendary Strand Twin Theater in downtown Prestonsburg, Kentucky. It's a beautiful theater, isn't it, Uncle Bill?
It's absolutely gorgeous inside.
Well, you'll just get to see the outside of it, but yeah, not a lot of good things being said about Terminator 4 so far from what I've read. I don't know about you.
No, I don't hear anything good about it, actually. Nothing whatsoever.
Which gives us great reason to go see it.
Yeah. Of course, like, I even thought from the previews, though, that it looked like it was going to be kind of bad. Anytime you see a preview like that where it's all CG
and plus
Mick
Gay is directing it, so. But we're going to check it out. It did get its ass whipped by Night at the Museum Part 2, though, and I saw the box office results. Like, I think it was by a large margin too, like about 10 million. It got beat by, like, I think Terminator Salvation was like 43 million, and Night at the Museum Part 2 was 53 million.
So Ben Stiller talking to a fucking museum was more important to people than this movie. It just goes to show you.
And this is the first PG-13 Terminator movie as well, which is sort of shitty. But I love the Terminator series, so, and you're almost guaranteed for if you go to a matinee showing at the Strand, it's not going to be at least packed. There'll probably be a few more people in there than usual, but we'll have fun, I think.
I can't wait. I can't wait to take a big shit off.
So here we are.
Oh, it is crowded, boy. Look here. Look here. It's never been this crowded.
They're probably all going to go see Night at the Museum Part 2.
Yeah, there's a bunch of little kids in here.
So.
They brought the whole family.
Final thoughts from Uncle Bill before we go in.
I don't even know, though, but I hope it's McCreamy.
Woo, baby! Buddy, that new Terminator Revolution, or what was it called? Terminator Salvation. That was better than T2. I don't know what the hell everybody's problem is. God, McG is the McShit.
Yeah, I like that a lot better than I did the first two Terminator movies, actually.
Yeah. Buddy, people are just too picky nowadays.
It must be what it is.
Of course, we're just kidding, folks.
I don't even know where to begin, really.
Well, here's the thing I keep thinking. At the end of every fucking new Terminator movie since Terminator 2, they've destroyed Skynet. How can they keep destroying Skynet? Shouldn't Skynet be dead?
No, they just destroyed a part of it. See, globally, it's still around.
Oh, the global division of Skynet.
Here's my biggest problem with that movie, is that I think it has a lot to do with the fact that Mick G directed. I fucking hate people that direct movies that look like that.
You hate
like,
Mick G?
What was that guy? Michael Bay and Mick G and all those people that direct those movies that don't have any characters whatsoever in them that you give a fuck about or any kind of story. There's like a bunch of shit. That should have been called Terminator Transformers, by the way. Because that's exactly what that was. It's just a bunch of fucking, they came up with a bunch of ways to make a bunch of those damn machines like turn into shit. Like motorcycles and huge like Terminator looking things.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about Terminator that worked, in my opinion. There's two elements of Terminator that worked. Arnold Schwarzenegger and James Cameron, okay? And you take those two elements out, you've got Terminator 3 and this Terminator Salvation. It just feels like a cheap cash-in on the franchise, which is really what it is.
I actually think I like Terminator 3 better than that movie, though, really. At least
yeah, but you know what I'm saying is, though, neither of those movies really fit. They were just,
no, they didn't.
Like, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 really fit together, you know, seamlessly. But, you know, what everyone's saying about this new Terminator Revolution, or what I keep wanting to call it Revolution for, Terminator Salvation, is true. Everything, you know, it's really not, it's not that good. It's like a sci-fi movie with a huge budget, really. Like a Sci-Fi Channel exclusive with a huge budget.
Yeah, it's really like one of those movies where they just introduce a bunch of characters and shit for like I don't know, about 5 or 10 minutes, then the rest of it's just an excuse to show a bunch of action sequences thrown together. And why the fuck did they even bother to get Christian Bale in this? They could have gotten a monkey to do that. They could have gotten anybody. They could have got, I don't know, anybody.
They could have got Nick Stahl back in from part 3. It wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, I mean, really, he does so little in that movie that it doesn't matter. And he doesn't say anything, really.
You know, the one thing about it though that was different than T3 is they did have nods to the past movies in it. Now, it didn't make up for the fact that it was a piece of shit, which it is. But you know, you had Linda Hamilton. Her voice is in the movie, which I thought was pretty cool. Even though I guess she looks like such a satchel ass now, they couldn't get her in it.
I've seen pictures of her. She doesn't look good.
But and you got like a Guns N' Roses. The Guns N' Roses song they used in T2 was in it. And then a lot of people have talked about Arnold. Arnold is briefly in it. But I thought it's hilarious how they used him in it.
Yeah, basically they just, I mean, at the end of the film there's a T-800, I guess, that has his face superimposed on it. So they just,
it's Roland Kickinger's body.
Yeah, they just have like a brief second where it's his face. So
and
fucking deal.
Yeah, but the cool thing is that I noticed is they made it look like Arnold looked in the original Terminator, like the hair and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool.
The only part of that movie that I didn't mind that much though was the part where towards the end John Connor tries to break out his father, Kyle Reese. The sequences in that where he's actually fighting the Terminator aren't that bad, really. Like that was like a real Terminator movie. The rest of it was just a bunch of shit, like I said, like a Transformers movie.
Well, I guess the T is the 600s they had in this, which was like the precursor to the 800s. Or they look like more meaty Terminators, I guess, or you know, metal.
But did you understand any like of the story about like how it is that? I was trying to figure out like how is it that those two, like if they killed Kyle Reese, it would kill him. Did you understand all that?
I guess he would have never existed.
But he was already there with you. Is that
I don't know.
Fucking sense?
That's just one of those odd timeline deals. But to the filmmakers out there, this didn't even make that much money. You know, in fact, unless word of mouth spreads, which it's going to be negative word of mouth, I'm guessing. You aren't even going to make your money back on this in theaters, at least.
They really shouldn't make their money back on this movie,
because it's like it's a $200 million movie is how much it cost to make. Okay, which is crazy anyway. But you made like 43 million, something like that, opening weekend, which is pretty pathetic for a Terminator movie. And nobody, like, all of the publicity this movie got, you know, you saw TV spots, every movie site on the internet had Terminator ads on it. That's all it could do. That's pretty sad. So the filmmakers out there, I guess the producers that own the Terminator franchise, I would just beg you guys to just let the series rest, or at the very least just fucking remake it.
Well, here's the thing I noticed about this movie too, that like where it deviated away from the other movies and what I thought made the other movies really great is like in every one of the Terminator movies, it seemed like they tried to have like a central villain for them to fight. Like the first one was just Arnold, it was a T-800. The second one was the T-1000, Robert Patrick. The third one was Christiana Loken, whatever.
That was the TX.
Whatever that was supposed to be. This one didn't have any of that. Like it was just a bunch of shit thrown together. Like little
I guess this one had
creature-looking things and stuff.
This one had Marcus, which was the Terminator that didn't know he was a Terminator.
Terminator with a heart of gold.
He's a Terminator with a heart of gold.
Oh, God. But he wasn't even a villain, though. He was the good guy. That's what I'm saying. They didn't really have like something that they were trying to battle.
And that character was so poorly, like, I mean, you knew exactly what the purpose of that character was, you know, the first time you see him, you know he's a Terminator. They try to make that like it's a big surprise. You're really a fucking Terminator.
I don't know. And just that movie, it would remind you of watching something like Transformers or Charlie's Angels movies that guy directed. It's just a bunch of action sequences thrown together.
Yeah, I mean it's a milking of the fan base of T1 and T2, and James Cameron is it's a shame the guy doesn't make movies anymore, but the guy knew how to make action movies, and he a perfect blend of great action and a good story overall.
Yeah, that's the thing that was missing from it. Definitely was a story, an aspect of something that you could get behind in the film. I guess they just think that everybody's got ADHD now, and they just don't have the attention span to pay attention to any kind of storyline.
But I mean, this was it was action packed, no doubt about that. But in the same way, Transformer, I mean, it was all it was. It was just action, explosions, CG.
It's like, where can they possibly? How can they, twist this camera angle and make it into something else? That's all.
I mean, like I was saying, other than the stuff we mentioned that was really just a nod to the previous movies, not much to this really. I mean, didn't have any interesting characters in it really. No. So,
although the one thing I will give that guy credit for, the guy that played Kyle Reese, is that he could talk exactly like Michael Biehn.
And he looked sort of like him too.
That was hilarious. I was like, wow, they really did a good job on that.
He did look like Michael Biehn.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, to me, this is about on level. I won't say it's worse than Terminator 3. It's on level with it, though. I mean, it just seems like something it doesn't really fit in that Cameron Terminator universe, I guess.
No, I don't recommend this movie to anybody, really. Especially if you're a fan of the Terminator movies. You'll hate this.
Yeah. If you want to watch a good Terminator movie, just watch one of the, the James Cameron ones. And
I hate people on bikes, by the way. If I never mentioned that before.
Look here, I'm going to take up the fucking road over here. Look at this.
How the fuck are they on a bike? Middle of a highway.
One never know. Anyway, though, that's the on-the-road review for Terminator Salvation. We will be back shortly, I guess, with, what the hell is it next?
Oh, I guess Drag Me to Hell.
We're going to get drugged to hell in a handbasket. So until then, I'm Creepy Kentuckian.
I am Uncle Bill.
You've been watching DEADPIT on the Road, brought to you by DEADPIT.
.com.